Hi everybody, welcome again to another episode of Fish Keep in Jamaica. Welcome to my channel. Well, this is not a video per se to showcase anything in particular, um, like I call it a video. This is just to share a little bit more insight on the previous video that I did on the channel, which spoke about Hornworts and Elodea. We spoke about Hornwort and Elodea Densa, right? Sorry for the mispronunciation. All right, so for a few minutes, I'll be sharing you some um, observation that I have made over the past few days regarding this plant. Okay, so let's get into the video. So my name is Raleigh. I deal with ornamental fish keeping, fish care, breeding, keeping, and trading. Right? I deal with plants and food fish, tilapia, to name a few. All right. So we're looking at Elodea Densa and Hornworts. Now Elodea Densa is a popular, or should I say, a popular plant that is found within Jamaican waterways, right? It's found within rivers, streams in Jamaica, just a natural part of the ecosystem, right? It serves different purposes. One, serve as a means of protecting small fish that recently born, and also serve as a means of food for some fish species, and it serves as a means of filtering the water from harmful degradable, or should I say degraded biological matter. It is just awesome that direction. All right, so I did an experiment in which I showed it to you that I did an experiment which actually shares the density between Hornworts and Elodea Densa. Right? I shared with you that Elodea Densa is much lighter in comparison to Hornwort when talking about weighting them on a digital scale, right? Alright. Okay, so you might be saying that this doesn't really look as if it is authentic, but upon close inspection of the assessment, one must realize that the hornwort leaves is about 2.5 times that of a full grown Elodea densa leaf, right? So it's a little bit more, what I call it now, have a little bit more weight on it, in comparative to the 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 the, the the Elodea densa have a little weight, yes, but the hornwort have more weight because more leaves are on each stem of the hornwort than on the Elodea densa. Now, unlike the Elodea densa, that doesn't like light, and it doesn't like being in too much of a hot water space. The hornwort is completely separate and apart from that, right? The hornwort plant, it likes the light and it likes warm water. Wherever the water is falls below, let's say, an average of, I'm talking about Celsius right now, 34 degrees Celsius. If the water temperature falls below that, you find that the hornwort starts to get yellow or brown, and then it starts to shed, and eventually it dies, right? Now hornwort tend to go upward. It's always upward within the aquarium or within the water space. It's always floating on top of the water space, right? In comparative to Elodea Densa. Elodea Densa tend to regulate itself as far as temperature is concerned and sunlight. Now, it doesn't like too much sunlight, so it tends to stay beneath other plants that might be exposed directly into sunlight. So that's one of the factors which you know what is it? That's one of the factors which influences the whole scenario of hornets being on the top of any planted aquarium and Elodea densa normally be below. Elodea densa is trying to what I call it um, stay away from too much light, and at the same time it loves to regulate itself as far as temperature is concerned. Now, hornets love temperature 34 degrees within the 30s degrees Celsius, right? Not Fahrenheit. If it's Fahrenheit, you're talking about probably about an average about 78, 81 degrees Fahrenheit, right? Now, hornets tend to shed its leaf, and when it starts to shed its leaf, it's practically dying. Elodea densa, Elodea densa tend to take a while to die. It might look as if it's getting brown, but to me it seems as if it's in a stasis type of space where it just stays there awaiting the right amount of light, right amount of temperature to actually grow. Now, where the light is too much within the water space, Elodea densa will actually go to the base of the water space where it is, it needs a little light, not much, but a little light for what I call it, photosynthesis. The production of the green things within the I'm not a biologist, but the green filaments, or should I say, yeah, the green part of the leaf, right? It needs some amount of sunlight for the food and all that, so the plant actually survive. So therefore, it will expose itself to some amount of light, but not much. In comparative to the hornet love leaf to be green. It love its leaf to be green, and that it is able to. One of the reasons for that is that it is able to suck up a lot of the sunshine that is necessary for it to grow. In comparative to the hornwort, the Elodea densa goes faster than the hornwort. And that's another video in which I did some time ago, and I shared it to the growth spurt within 7 days. It actually doubled its size. So I just wanted to help you to understand the difference between hornet and Elodea densa. Both plants are really cool to have in your aquarium. Elodea densa is more I call it now evasive, because it can go to such an extent that it actually blocks the waterways and prevent the smooth flow of water, especially in spaces like in Jamaica where you have rivers flowing, and the water level in the river rises. As a result of Elodea densa blocking the ways, the water will rise over along the river channel and probably disturb settlements or spaces nearby. In addition, also, guys, Elodea densa is consumed by several fish species. Yes, hornets are also consumed. Hornet plants, that is, are also consumed by fish species. Example, tilapia. But when you put, like, for example, it's like beef and chickens. The most persons both in the United States of America and in Jamaica, they prefer chicken than beef. Chicken is like the staple protein type. For fish, Elodea densa is the chicken, and hornwort is the beef. Hornwort is hardly consumed to the extent as with Elodea densa. Elodea densa is known as one of the go-to plants for like tilapia, goldfish, and some emboma species. They will consume the leaf until there is nothing left, right? Elodea densa is an awesome plant, but it also can be dangerous within your system, because when it decide to bloom and grow, it can actually strangle the other plants within the space to death. And sometimes fish do get trapped within the stems of the Elodea densa, and they die. Let's hope that this little share serves you well. Do have a wonderful day, Pete. Peace out. Catch you next time. Bye bye.